This is another 6-player progressive card game on the classic risk map. I'm the red player in this game and I've got the 6th position. The black player is a beginner, the orange player is novice, the white player is an expert, the pink player is a beginner as well, and the green player is another beginner. So we got a lot of beginners, but there's also an expert and a novice. I've got 4 troops in Australia which are probably going to be crushed. Australia is the most common continent for other players to go for, and since rookies prefer continents more than anything else, my 4 troops will probably be absolutely crushed, so it's better for me to move them out to somewhere else. But I've also have another position in Africa, in Europe, in North America and Asia. In progressive card games, one of the most important things is to be spread out well enough, so it will be hard for your opponents to take you out. As the most important thing in progressive card games is to take out your opponents out when it's worth for their cards. You really shouldn't waste your troops otherwise, so unless you could get a continent very easily or so. So in this game I'm not even planning to go for a continent, but we'll see how it goes. I could still capture Africa, but I won't be desperate for it. The pink player wipes my position from North America out, so I'm only left with 4 positions, but that's still good. The green player has just added his troops in South America and looks he will capture it round 1. Continents in progressive card games are not that much important, but they could still be a great bonus, so if the green player actually holds his continent, then he will actually end up being in a very good lead. So it will be much easier for him to take out another players than for anyone else, and that's really great. I'm not sure why he captured another territory here, as you really shouldn't waste any more troops than that. In progressive card games you usually want to just capture one territory in order to get a card, and that's it. And I'm going to add my troops in Africa, I guess. Let's see if other players move out or not, but it will be still great to have some troops there, either way. When you go for Africa, especially a good thing when South American player captures the North Africa territory and then fortifies his troops back to Brazil. In this way he just becomes blocked and his moves becomes very limited, so it becomes hard for him to take someone out even if he has some more troops than anybody else. The orange player is still going for Australia, and let's see if he's going to crush my troops. And OMG guys, I cannot believe what the orange player has just crushed my 4 troops. That is so bad. And the orange player is definitely a novice rank player. He just wiped out Australia, and another player which could get it could be pink, but we are going to see it could be still a risk, as the orange player still has 3 troops in India, and then probably another player will sneak in anyway, so it's maybe will just be the best for a novice rank player to have Australia, and that's it. I should have really seen that coming and probably attacked a territory in Western Australia last turn, but oh well. And this is what I told you guys. The pink player has just added his troops on Siam and is going to capture Australia, but then the orange player will probably retaliate and it might be wiped out for like the white player or me. But it's a progressive card game and I don't really care that much about getting continents. The most important thing is to be well spread out enough and look for the kills. Look for the kills when it becomes worth to take somebody out, and it's usually not immediately. The green player fortifies his army on North Africa, and I'm not sure if he intends to go for Africa or what's the deal, but maybe it will be the best for me to move my troops out from it. If I were a low rank player, I would have probably really attacked the green player in South America, as he wants to prevent me from capturing Africa, so he is not a really good neighbor when it comes to that. The black player definitely seems like a player who knows what he is doing. I think he definitely has some experience when it comes to progressive cards, and he will probably be my toughest opponent. But also I'm wondering, how about the white player? The orange player continues wasting his troops, but maybe he just wants to fortify. Well, that's wrong fortification. He should have really fortified his troops to Siberia, so I might not necessarily move out my troops from Mongolia, but knowing the orange player, I will probably do that. I don't want to risk my troops getting crushed. The white player seems to be going for Europe and not sure what to do. Should I move into Europe or should I stay my army in Africa? It would be very great if the pink player would move his 5 troops out from the Middle East. Also, I will just move my 2 troops out from Europe. I think the green player, even if he is going for Africa, will not have enough troops to crush my biggest army. I mean, that will be really dumb and a waste of troops. But the green player is the beginner rank player and I should be prepared for anything. White player actually is the highest rank player and the black player is a beginner, but surprisingly, even though he's a beginner rank player, he still knows the importance of being spread out. So I think he will be really the toughest opponent for me. Okay, let's actually move out from the orange player's way. And alright, orange, here you go. Now you can connect those troops with Siam. The black player keeps his troops in the bottom of Africa, which will prevent the green player from capturing it. So that's really good. I think I will just move to Middle East and leave my army here, and those players can just deal with each other in whichever way they want. I'm not sure how desperate the green player will be to expand to either North America or Africa, but I think the continent is what he might go for. So I don't want to get one of my armies randomly crushed, and I will move out soon. I am the last player in this turn wise, meaning that I will receive the biggest amount of troop bonus, but other players will probably get the opportunity to take me out before I could even do something. There could be a high chance, but considering most of those players are low ranked, maybe they won't be really going after kills, who knows. And alright, I like the green player wasting his troops on the black player, and that is really good for me for sure, as the black player is another player who knows how to play with progressive cards. I think I will just move out into Asia and let's see if the black player, and we'll see if the black player will get crushed by the green player here as well. But so far it looks like the green player is expanding to North America. There's a bunch of other players' troops there, and if we're all going to be crushed, then that's really good for me. It will probably really increase my chances to win. Ideally, I would like to have multiple positions to be spread out enough, but I guess I will just fine with those I just have. And the orange player moves out, doesn't go for Australia anymore. That's really surprising, but his next plan is Asia? Well, better to not be in his way. Alright, he moves back, so that's really good. Better to not be close to his army because he could really crush me. He's a novice rank player and I'm not sure what I should expect, but I'm prepared for anything. The white player skips a card, and that's a bit surprising considering the black player was the first player and the orange player was the second player with turn-wise didn't skip cards, so that's there to see the third player to skip a card when the first 2 players didn't. But what do you think on that, guys? Let me know. Maybe it's a good move. And if you think so, then please explain me the reason in the comments. The pink player trades an asset beforehand, which is a mistake, but the continent is what he mostly cares about, so I see why he did that. But another thing is that the orange player will trade an asset as well, and will probably just wipe the pink player completely out from Australia, so my guess is that the pink player will be quite dead. Hopefully the green player continues expanding into North America and crushing a lot of other players' troops, as it should really increase my chances to win, which is very promising for me. Let's move out my troops from Europe and let's fortify them to Middle East. I have a big army here, and after the black player's turn it will be the biggest surprise whether the orange player slams the pink player's troops in Indonesia and takes over Australia. Let's see what the black player does here, and I think he's making a big mistake by leaving a lot of troops in the blocked place, because if nobody unleashes army, then he will be not really suitable to take anybody out because he will be blocked. And OMG guys! That is so hilarious. The orange player wipes the pink player out from Australia. Lol. How do you like, guys, the lolols? Some of you asked to bring them back, so here you are for those who ask. And OMG, guys, as well. But how do you like my SMAR voice? Do you like it as well or not? Let me know. Do you think the orange player made a great move or not? Alright, let's see what the white player is going to do. I think he's about to fully capture Europe. But I don't really like what he put his biggest army next to me, as it really looks threatening. Hopefully he just properly guards all of his borders. Please make half a split here, but no. I think he's quite concerned about me, but maybe about the green player as well. The pink player is quite dead and I could probably take him out, but the North American troops are blocked from me. So unless I want to crush the 9 troops army of Alaska of the black player, and is it worth it for me to do that? What do you think, guys? 3 cards, I think maybe I will do that. Yeah, I think I should probably do it, especially when I don't want to leave him for another player. But let me think for a second on that. The orange player is another weak player to give a look at, so we are going to see 15 troops. But I also will unleash the black player's army, so I'm not sure I should do it, but let me think for a moment. I think I will go for the pink player, guys. Let's say a goodbye for the pink player. He was a nice lad for sure. Let's take him out and let's go. Can I take the orange player out as well? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm definitely covering his North American army, but let's see about the Australian troops. And yes, I am taking him out for sure. Bam, bam. And let's go over here and let's say a goodbye for the orange player as well. Let's go, guys. It's my time to shine. But hopefully nobody ruins my moment. I took a lot of players out and other players could possibly get very irritated by me, so that might be important to not bring my attention towards them. Can I take the black player out? Let's see. I think one more kill, guys. Yes. Let's bam, bam, and bam. And can I make another one? I think other players has a bunch of troops, so not that likely. Alright, let's see if the white card is very important. And do I have enough troops for white? I don't think so, but let's just do this. And then fortify these troops right here. I don't want to block them in Australia. So I'm pretty much suitable to take any of the players out. My 30 troops army can go directly from Europe to South America and access the green player's troops. And it looks like the white player is trying to spread out. Alright, he will take over Australia. But let's see if the green player has a set and could take me out. Could be the green player's game, but maybe he doesn't know how to properly play with progressive cards and might just go for a continent. Or if he attacks me, then might not necessarily completely take me out. Maybe he will just weaken. But it looks like the white player is definitely expanding. 22 territories, which will be enough for me, but let's see what the green player does. Maybe he will help me out if he captures the white player's territories in North America. That will be even easier for me. And maybe I could just take the green player out himself. He will have one more card, assuming he gets a territory this turn. 25. I think the green player is slow, but alright, let's go for the green player. He has more cards, so I think it will be much safer for me if I take him out first. And let's go for the green, guys. I'm about to win this game. The white player might not even have a set, while the green player is pretty much guaranteed to have a set at 4 cards. At 4 cards to get a set is very common. And let's just take as much of the white player as possible right now and prepare for the endgame. But the green player might not even have a set, so that's fine. I fortified my troops in a block place, but that doesn't as much matter, as the green player by invading Africa will unleash it. The white player is quite slow, so he won't have enough time to take me out anyway, but it looks like he doesn't have enough troops either way, so it looks like another victory for me, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's celebrate. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I will kill all of these players alone by myself. That's a killing spree. All of the bounties for me, even though there's no bounties in these games if they are not in some tournament. But it will be so epic. Alright, let's trade in a set and line up my troops to take the white player without doing any troop split, but if I do not have enough troops, then he will still become blocked in Australia, and I will take over multiple continents, and he might not even have an ability to receive a card. So let's see what we could do over here. I'm taking all of those continents, and he will definitely have a big struggle to invade them all, which will lead me out of me getting some extra troops. And yeah, let's go. I'm very happy that I captured Siam, because now I can just completely block the white player in Australia, and the only continent he could probably invade is Asia. Well played, thanks, good game white player, thank you so much, good luck for you in future games as well. And let's go, it's my time to shine. That's another victory for me. That's nice, that's really nice, guys. That's really nice. How do you like this progressive cards victory? And now if you want to check out another progressive card game, then I will recommend you checking this out with even 6 Grandmasters. Can you believe it? A progressive card game with even 6 Grandmasters. Check it out now, guys.